pound for pound boxing list is a lie. And today, I'm going to rewrite the whole thing. Today, I have the Ring Magazine pound for pound boxing list right in front of me right here. We got Alexander Usyk at first place, Inoue at second, Bam at third, and so on. And today, I'm going to put it in my order, who I think is first, right on the right side of the screen. So, let's just get into it, bro. Let's just get into it. Alexander Usyk at first. Perfect placement. Perfect placement. The 24 and 0 record, 15 KOs is not a disguise. It is not a fraudulent record. It is not something that was built up carefully. It is the truth. Alexander Usyk, however you say his name, Usyk is the truth, bro. He's definitely number one pound for pound. Beautiful southpaw technique. Just everything about his boxing, bro, is perfect. The way he can adjust mid-fight, him being a smaller fighter in almost every case scenario, at heavyweight, and just making it look so easy, bro. Just making it look so easy. If you haven't seen Usyk fight, bro, go watch Usyk fight. Go watch Usyk fight. First place is Usyk, bro. So let's put Usyk right there. First. Beautiful, beautiful. In second place, we got Inoue. Inoue just had a performance yesterday as we speak. Beautiful performance. I've never seen someone 12-0 somebody. I've never seen that in my life. In boxing. Beautiful performance. I actually thought he was gonna have a performance that Junto Natakani kind of had, because both of them were gonna have a test inside the pocket. They were both going against Mexican fighters, Mexican styles. So it was going to be a fight that was inside the pocket. And Inoue did great inside the pocket. And Nakatani kind of slacked a little bit inside the pocket. I've seen some people saying Sebastian Hernandez won. I still got to check the full fight out. To me, it looked like he was holding his own, but definitely not what I wanted to see in the pocket. It wasn't high-level stuff in the pocket. But anyway, number 2 pound for pound. Listen, I got a hot take, bro. Inoue's good. Inoue has skill. But a lot of these Japan fighters, bro, they build up their record perfectly. And when they come to the States and fight fighters like Jesse Rodriguez, who is third, who we'll talk about next, it gets a little tricky. You know, they start looking a little worse. They don't look like number 2 pound for pound fighters no more. And we even seen that with Junto Natakani, who I'm going to talk about later on, with his performance against Sebastian Hernandez. You know, we saw a little less of that it factor that makes you pound for pound. I feel like the pound for pound list is the best of the best. And so with Inoue, I think 2 is not a bad spot right now. But that's right now. I think a lot is going to change. And personally, I would have him at the 3 spot. So I will keep him at the 3 spot. We're going to talk about the number 2 spot real quick. And I actually think the number 2 spot goes to, wait, that's Usyk? I think the number 2 spot goes to Dimitri Bivol, bro. I think the number 2 spot goes to Dimitri Bivol. I think Bivol has proved he's one of the best boxers, bro. Right now. I think Bivol needs to be at that 2 spot right now, bro. I got Bivol over Inoue for the 2 spot. I just think Bivol is, he's so technical. Resume says it all. And he's not someone with, you know, crazy knockout power, super flashy style. It's a Soviet style, bro. It's his style. He sticks with it, and no one can beat it. No one can beat it. And I think he's one of the best boxers right now. I think he's definitely number 2. I think having Inoue over Bivol is crazy right now, especially since Inoue and Bam Rodriguez, or Inoue and Natakani, that fight hasn't got made yet. I definitely think having Inoue at 2 is a little too crazy right now. So Dimitri Bivol at 2. After that, you could put Inoue. So we'll put Inoue right there at the 3 spot. That's what I think. Their number 3 spot is the one and only Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Beautiful boxer, Mexican boxer, but doesn't fight like a Mexican at all. Doesn't fight like someone like Sebastian Hernandez or Picasso that we seen this weekend. Bro, he fights like Bam Rodriguez, bro. He fights like Bam Rodriguez, and he's super technical, so much angles, the footwork, just everything you hear already. Um, and he shows dominance in fights, just dominance, and having him at anything lower than five, or sorry, than four is crazy. Um, so we're gonna put him at the number four spot. Where is he? 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 Right here, Jesse. There you go. Number four spot. Jesse Bam Rodriguez. So we're gonna go to the top right here. What just happened? What just happened? All right. So this is the list right now. We got my list: Usyk at 1, Bivol at 2, Inoue at 3, and Bam at 4. Their next fourth on the list was Bivol, and then right after Artur Beterbiev at the number 5 spot. And Artur Beterbiev is at an interesting point in his career right now, coming off a loss with Bivol. He's in an interesting point at in his career because he's old, bro. He's just old. He's 40 years old. You know, he still fights like he's 35. Don't get me wrong. He still obviously can fight, but he is at a point of his career where, you know, he can't take any more canceled fights or extreme long layoffs after fights. He has to start fighting who he wants to fight fast because he's getting up there in age. Um, I say when you hit like 42 in boxing is when the slowdown starts to happen, but you never know. Some people are definitely different. We've seen George Foreman come back and win a belt at that age of 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 being old. So you never know. But Artur Beterbiev is at an interesting point of his career because he could go against someone else on this list, David Benavidez, and it could switch a lot of things on this pound for pound list if he beats Benavidez. And it goes the same for Benavidez, who we'll talk about later on. But Artur Beterbiev at the number 5 spot, I'm not mad at it, especially how they have it in order here. I'm not mad at the number 5 spot. And, you know, I'll definitely put him at the number 5 spot. Now that I think about it, I think number 5 is a good spot for Beterbiev. So we'll put him number 5. Oh, okay, we good. We'll put him number 5. All right. And then the next person on the list is Natakani. So talking about it earlier, Natakani had a wasn't a bad performance, but it was definitely a tit for tat back and forth performance with Sebastian Hernandez. Sebastian Hernandez got his licks in. He got his licks in. He was landing on Juto Natakani. I wasn't scoring the fight. I heard some people say he win. So y'all let me know. What did you score Junto Natakani versus Sebastian Hernandez? Did Sebastian actually get robbed? Cause I don't know. I've been seeing like a lot of people say it. But y'all know how boxing fans are. They say it about any close fight. If it's a close fight and Junto won, y'all let me know. Be real in the comments. I was a big fan of Junto. I was. I'm switching up already. Now, I am a big fan of Junto. I like his boxing. But again, with these Japan fighters, bro, and I'm sorry to say this, they're just not tested, bro. They come to the States or they fight. They start fighting styles from the States, which is like Mexican styles and like, you know, the American style. They start failing, bro. They start looking worse and worse and worse, and they start losing. So Natakani at the 6th spot, I don't like it. So we're not gonna put him on my 6th spot. I don't like him at the 6th spot. Instead, in the 6th spot, we're gonna put Devin Haney. Hear me out. Let's talk about Devin Haney, bro. I'm not putting him at the 6th spot because he beat Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. Like I don't rate Brian Norman Jr. You know any good, but Devin Haney has a pretty damn good resume, especially for today's boxing. Um, today's boxing, there's a lot of people on this list right now that don't have the best resume, and they're on the pound for pound list. Shakur Stevenson. But for real, like, there's a lot of people who don't have a great resume in boxing. A lot of padded resumes in boxing. And, bro, Devin Haney has a great resume. I'm not going to lie. For today's age, there's still some people he could definitely go against. He's still young in his career. But 33-0, 15 KOs, and some good names on his resume. He's at the number 6 spot, bro. Gotta be. Dominance over Brian Norman Jr., which a lot of people thought for some reason Brian Norman Jr. was gonna win, but good win. Showed dominance. Showed that he is still Devin Haney. And he does that a lot. He did that with Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis talked a lot of shit. I think some people thought Regis Prograis was gonna win. And Devin Haney showed that he's just levels above. I don't rate Regis Prograis any good, but the fact that Devin Haney showed that he's levels above and he made it look that easy just shows that he's levels above. It's not like it was any close or anything like that. And then the Lomachenko win. You can argue Loma won. But it's still a good performance, bro. Devin Haney fought Loma super well. Devin Haney fought Loma in the pocket. Yeah, he was 30 pounds heavier, but he fought Loma in the pocket. It's crazy to say you fought Loma in the pocket. He dug to the body. He had adjustments mid-fight. He made Loma work, bro, whether you like it or not. I like Devin Haney at 6, bro. I like Devin Haney at 6. Number 7 on the list is Shakur Stevenson. Coming off a William Zepeda win. I'm not mad at it, but I'm going to have to go David Benavidez. Because David Benavidez, just like Artur Beterbiev, is in a interesting position in his career. Because one more win, I think, puts him at like the number 4 spot or potentially number 3 spot. It sucks that he didn't get the Canelo fight. Because I really think he would have beat Canelo and he would be higher up on this list. But if he goes against Beterbiev, bro, and he beats Beterbiev, which I think he can, he's a bigger fighter, you know, he could definitely do it, bro. He could definitely do it. And I would not be surprised at all. And that would put him definitely in the conversations of like one of the best Mexican fighters. You beat Beterbiev. And then you potentially have a fight with maybe Bivol. And if he beats Bivol, I mean, if he beats Beterbiev, Bivol, dude, one of the best Mexican fighters ever. Because that is a crazy resume. 2 names to have in your resume is crazy. And again, it sucks that he didn't get that Canelo fight. But if he does get that Canelo fight, imagine Bivol, Beterbiev, Canelo. All in a row on the resume. That would put him at like the number 2 spot, maybe 1. So Benavidez is at an interesting point in his career. We just got to get the fights on. We got to make the fights happen. All right, David Benavidez at number 7, and then I'm going to put Shakur at number 8. I think I have to. He had a great performance against William Zepeda. Even though I hate watch Shakur, he had a great performance, bro. He had a great performance against William Zepeda, made it look easy, and I think he's also in that position too where one more win could put him higher on this list. And especially against Tio, if he beats Tio and he makes it look easy, I think it'll put him up maybe a spot. And I think another fight after that, another big fight, will definitely put him up in closer to the 2, 3, 4 spot. So Shakur is also in that weird position in his career, or about a blow up position. He needs to have like 2, 3 more good performances, and he's in that 2, 3, 4 spot for Shakur Stevenson, I think. So having him at 8 on my list and 7 on theirs isn't bad at all. I think that's a pretty good ranking from them and from me. So after that, I would go Junto Natakani, right at the 9 spot. I'll go Junto right here. Let's put him at the bottom right here. And then right after that, I would go Oscar Collazo. Oscar Collazo at the 10. I think that's a good placement from them. I was actually surprised when I clicked this. And I saw Oscar Collazo at the 10 spot. Not because Oscar Collazo is bad, but I'm surprised they noticed the skill in Oscar Collazo. Oscar has really good skill. And yeah, you might see the 13-0, 10 knockouts though. You got to peep that. Bro, there's a lot of skill in Oscar. And I wish Oscar was a little bit heavier so he gets those better matchups in the heavier weight classes. Cause him being that light, no one's gonna beat him. I don't think anyone's gonna beat him. I think he's genuinely the best in those lighter weight classes. I don't think anyone's gonna come around and give him any smoke at all, to be honest. Any close matchups, nothing like that. So he's gonna tear up those little weight classes forever. And if he decides to go up, maybe it'll be interesting for him to see, uh, to go up in this list. I would just have to see him go up and wait and get those better matchups. Cause yeah, 108 is crazy. I think he's what 108. Is he 108? Bro, 105. Dude, that's fucking crazy. 5'1", 105. He's not going up. He's not going up. So he's just gonna fucking destroy, get undisputed in those weight classes, and that's pretty much it. Or undefeated in those weight classes. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good list. On my end, uh, these are my last 4 picks right here, and you guys saw my other 6 picks in the beginning. Let me know what you guys would have this list at. Let me know if you guys like the Ring Magazine pound for pound better than mine. I feel like I have a good list. Feel like I have a list that's reasonable. It puts people in position to go up, and a lot of these fighters are in an interesting point at in their career. So any one of them from 1 loss or 2 losses can get knocked off like this, and someone could get put up just like that from 1 win. So yeah, we saw it with Devin Haney, and other fighters as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know who you guys think is number 1 pound for pound. Let me know who you guys think should be in pound for pound. And yeah, let me know if you guys like my pound for pound list. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.